Gino Pettis Adventures. I'm still Gino, still my adventures, and this is a warning, and it's a scary warning because it comes from the National Police of the country of Colombia. Medellin, Cali, Cartagena, Bogota, Santa Maria, Santa Elena, those specific places were noticed on de la Policía Nacional a todos colombianos, from the National Police of Colombia to all Colombians. These are 14 warnings that they have for all the people of Colombia, not you guys in the States. I'm talking about this. They did this for Colombians, okay? Try not to go out at night. If you go to the supermarket, don't go by yourself. If you can, do not drive on roads, on highways and freeways at night. Be careful when you're out driving and don't let anybody stop you. You know, obviously if it's a police roadblock, that's one thing. If it's just some random person or a car or somebody trying to stop you, do not stop. And just be brave and just run around them, run over them, do whatever you have, but don't stop for them. Always put the locks on your car. That means, you know, lock your car. This sounds like they're trying to teach some drug dealer how to do something, okay? Never do a constant route to work, to your home, to the kids, to whatever. Don't ever open the door for anybody you don't know at your house. Always keep it locked. Don't ever, if you get in a fight with somebody on the road somewhere, or anywhere actually, or even afoot, if you're at a centro comercial, don't fight, just leave. Don't use t-shirts or shirts with a logo and your name. Try not to use those. Try not to publicize yourself on social media. And remember that you are vulnerable in the last 3 blocks to work and the last 3 blocks to your house. Everything in between, well, you're probably vulnerable for the whole thing, but more so when you're 3 blocks away from work to work, 3 blocks away from your house, 3 blocks away from school, dropping the kids off. Don't stop for anybody. If they get your car stopped, do not get out of the car. Do not. Do not roll down the windows. And 14, we never, ever quit being careful and having situational awareness. It has gotten so bad in Medellin with so poco mean, I don't know. You know, it's the devil's breath. It's the devil's breath. Look it up. I can't pronounce it. So Polomina. Who knows? But it's a horrendous drug. I mean, it pretty much makes a zombie out of you, and you will do anything they tell you to do. The crazy part, well, they have shut down Medellin, like El Poblado was the big tourist area. The bars used to be open till 4, lots of hookers everywhere. They're closing the bars at midnight. They're running the hookers off, arresting them, getting them out of there. Why? Because not only did they start killing, they were killing tourists. You know, if you're a tourist, 4 o'clock in the morning with 2 Venezuelan hookers, there's an odds are if you leave with them, you will not see the sunrise. And it started happening to Colombians also. So just don't do it. But Medellin, Bogota, Cali, those places are really awful, and at least the National Police are cracking down. I got one caveat for you, and this is good for the United States, this is good for everywhere. If you see a rag on one of your mirrors of your car, do not touch it. Because if it has the devil's breath on it, and you grab it and throw it away, you just drugged yourself. And that's not good. And they're also finding victims. The latest victim I heard that they found was in Atlanta, Georgia. So welcome to America. And God only knows how it got here, but I got a pretty good idea. I'm currently in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it's crazy. There's many Venezuelans in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you can see them on you know who they are. Yeah, they're tall, good-looking guys, 30, 35-year-olds begging on the side of the street. Not only that, these guys are brutal here. I've got a friend of mine that drives a Traco, and he said that some of the Venezuelans at work were trying to make him bring them lunch. What the hell is that about? Just some random guy going to walk over to another guy on a construction site and tell him you're going to bring me lunch? That's pretty crazy, but that's the way Venezuelans roll. So I hate to be whatever, anti-Venezuelan. I'm not anti-Venezuelan. I'm anti the ones they let out of the slammer and told to get out of the country. And where'd they go? They went to Colombia. Then where'd they go? They went to the Darien Gap. And then where'd they go? They went to El Paso. And then they came to Albuquerque. And they went to Dallas. And they went, God only knows where they went. The danger's out there. But what you have, I hope you've listened this far. Because where I live in Colombia, this stuff is not going on. Why? Number one, the chief of police doesn't allow it. Okay? If there are Venezuelans without papers, he throws them out of the town. We're still able to sit in our living room with the front door open and not be afraid. So don't think it's all Colombia. It's just like Atlanta, Chicago, LA, New York. That's not the whole United States. You got another 80-90% of the United States that's safe. Why? Because everybody's got a gun. Just saying. A lot of people don't get robbed in Florida because the crooks know that there's a 80% chance of whoever you're getting ready to rob is packing. So, just want to give you that warning. From the National Police in Colombia, from the police in Atlanta, Georgia. I forget where I saw the thing about the rag on your window. But yo guys, if you want to do Venezuelan hookers, man, God bless you. You're at risk. And I'm not anti anything, pretty much, other than anti-stupid. And if somebody told me if I went out with 2 Venezuelan hookers at 4 o'clock in the morning drunk that I wouldn't see the sunrise, and they have empirical evidence to prove that, I probably wouldn't do that. You don't need to be hanging out with hookers anyway. So that being said, remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life, and if nothing changes, nothing's going to change. Have your wonderful, wonderful evening. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's good to see you.